jobs. There's not a single person up there that doesn't agree with that 100%. We are going to experience growth, modest, but growth in the years to come. Right now, we're at $307 million in new construction projects. Right now, that's what it was last year, and that's $100 million up from the year before. So we went from 200 to 310. We're already there, and we have 4 months left. Because of you, you have created environments that the public sector likes, and they want to be a part of. You are a part of that growth. So thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for advocating. Thank you for communicating. I am excited to hear from you tonight. Thank you for your input.
Okay. I want everybody in the room to raise their time. Equal work, equal pay.
All right.
See all these city workers in here? Good evening. I'd like to give y'all a bit of history about equal work for equal pay protection we had in our region. Since the 70s, many more black men and women entered the workforce of the city. Both the city and the union realized that pay had to be equalized after a period of time, or we would never realize equality. So many people fought during the civil rights and women's movement. An agreement was struck guaranteeing that through the gradual progression, wages will be equalized for everyone who does the same work after 8 years. A black woman, as myself, has been benefited from this wise agreement. There are still problems in promotion and job placement in this city. I spoke on that last time. The mayor of this city last proposal once again denied us the right to be paid the same as others doing the same job. For the past 2 years, the progression has stopped, and we as workers are falling behind our co-workers even though we do the same work. What is troubling is that while blue-collar and white-collar workers have lost their right for equal pay and equal work, police and fire has never lost their progression or have stopped. Now that's the problem. At the last summit, we talked about visions, the people's visions. My vision for this city is to have a mayor that cares about all of us, not just the one. Not only among our city employees, but for the vast majority of the city workers who do the same work day to day that run the city. We believe the citizens of St. Pete strongly support this as well. More than half the workers have already reached the maximum, and we're fighting here for the rest of us, so they want to be heard as well. We care for our fellow workers. At the same, most of you are here tonight. We want to believe that this is a truly sustainable city and will never sell our future to our children. We'll realize that the injury to one is an injury to all of us. Bottom line, we stand in solidarity with all our fellow citizens here tonight. We want a healthy environment in our workplace. We want a job for our youth. We ask for the support tonight and join us to demand the city to restore equal pay and equal work immediately. Thank you. Yeah.
Good evening. First off, I'd like to thank everyone for coming, the residents, the community. My issue is equal work, equal pay. I brought this up before at the last budget summit we had. I feel, honestly, it's just not fair what's going on. I've been with the city 6 years. I love my job. I love the city of St. Petersburg. This is where I grew up. This is where my kids were born. But things that's going on right now is not right. It's not fair. Nothing against the police department or the fire department at all. You know, I respect them. They do a heck of a job. But we also, other departments in the city of St. Petersburg, do our job. We keep this city running. Parks, sanitation, water resources. All we asking for is a little bit. Now, Mary, you said earlier that we was in negotiations for the steps. That happened. It was denied. That's all we're asking for, because it's not I can't do that. They're at the same level I'm at. And it's not right. So I'm asking that you reinstate the steps and equal work, equal pay for every city employee you pay.
The last few meetings has been a lot of talk about privatizing different departments. And I work for Fleet, very proud of that, proud of keeping the city rolling. And we see firsthand how privatizing definitely affects service. We have a lot harder time to get our stuff. And I didn't know if anybody was aware of that, and I just thought I'd bring it to your attention, and that's pretty much what I have to say. Thank you.
Qualities of a leader. He's honest, he or she is honest, they have vision, they help people meet their needs. They put the people above their needs. And also, they care about people. They realize people are a resource and they're important. They practice inclusion and not exclusion. Support our library, support the people. And if you look out for the people, they'll look out for you.
Yes.
Tonight, I am in ardent support of the People's Budget Review. I want to thank you. You know, you're all sitting there listening. You all look very attentive. Maybe the mayor, not so much.
Yeah, right.
Folks, the train has left the station. We are headed toward a future of a green, sustainable, and an even more seamless city than we've been able to accomplish in the past.
I want to thank everybody tonight for taking time out of their busy schedules and coming here and being so passionate about this neighborhood. This is great. This is the type of thing that we need in this community. And it would be wonderful if we could take the energy from this room and do what we need to do to rebuild our community. So I'm here. I want equal pay, equal work for equal pay, and to support the restoration of the steps. And that was the latest proposal from the union to the city, as well as a 3% budget increase. Those are things that I think are fair, for the community. The workers do a great job with what they've had. They've been doing about the last 4 or 5 years under the thing about work more, do more with less, do more with less. We just can only do so much of that.
The reason I'm here today is because I haven't received a raise in 2.5 years, and I don't know where the people in the city think that I make too much money and only take $432 a week home. And I like to see the city grow, and I'd like to be a part of that. I'd like to go to race games. I'd like to go out to dinner and support the people that have businesses if I can't afford it. The mayor talks about let's support the raise and keep them here. Well, how can we support them if we don't make enough money to be able to buy a ticket? Okay. Like I said, our salary is on our way, and we haven't had a cost of living raise in a few years. And that hurts. I mean, I'm making less money now than I did 2 years ago because of the cost of Social Security going up and insurance. And I don't know how the other employees feel about it. I hear them talking, but I'm here to talk about me and all the other people I think deserve a raise. And they're all working hard every day, and they eat 10 hours a day. People see you standing around and say, oh, look at this another city worker. There goes my tax dollars. Well, I don't understand where he did that because our tax dollars don't pay for the water department employees. We sell water, which makes the revenue pay myself. Okay?
Folks, if you would just be respectful to me here.
And I'm just here today to ask the city council to consider, our cost of living raise, which we haven't had in a few years, and maybe bring back our step pay because, to be honest with you, I can't go to a restaurant or a race game and support the businesses here to keep the community going if I can't afford it. That's what I ask.
I've been with the city 25 years. I just got a letter from you today, thanking me for my dedication and my commitment. I feel like he does. I'm in the wastewater department, and we do make money. And I haven't had a raise since '07. So it's kind of hard to swallow as an employee and keep the teamwork feeling good when you hear the police department and the fire department get. I don't have anything against them. They keep our city safe, but also we are involved, so the community and the taxpayers. So I think it's hard to keep morale built up if you split the two, because we all are a city, not just them. And I feel like him. We feel a lot more like supporting the race teams. We got a raise and become a little bit more like the community. But by giving certain groups raises instead of increases, that don't sell our city very well to the rest of us. And I brag about working for the city of St. Petersburg. So I've been with them a long time and kept the roof over my head and kept food on my table. And I'm proud to say that, but I'm also think that I should be equally paid, equal fare as everybody else. And I again think that we have a wonderful city, and you guys are doing a great job, but also do a great job on behalf of the rest of us, the taxpayers. So thank you.
My name is Robert Klosny. I've been working for fleet maintenance 21 years. We in fleet maintenance know we will get a pay raise. We don't know, but fire and police are getting pay steps. Why not everyone? I would like to say who we are. We are the car shop. Repairs and maintains police department vehicles, functioning and moving, as well as parking enforcement day and night. We are sanitation, who collects city's refuse, garbage, but also maintains abandoned and neglected properties and alleyways. We are the truck shop, who maintains, repairs heavy trucks, pickups, vacuum trucks, which are not only important to keep the streets clean, but when Grand Prix is in town, they are invaluable. As well as for parades and such. The truck shop maintains and repairs fire department trucks and paramedic units to assist calls of rescue to someone you may know, someone related to you or love. We are the specialty equipment shop. We maintain and repair varieties of mowers, tractors, trailers, two-cycle generators, pumps, and other equipment. We have suffered the most in the past year. One man has retired, one man has passed away, one man has been diagnosed with colorectal cancer lately, and also liver cancer. His prognosis is not clear but not good. We are on demand. We are heavy equipment. We maintain and repair the cranes, battering mowers, heavy road, patch trucks, graders, heavy-duty trailers, and equipment that can go on. We are a welding shop where one man, fabricates anything from chair frames to replacing entire dump truck bodies to scoops and shovels for backhoes, to bulldozers, and a variety of things. We are the tire shop, who replaces all those rims and tires from wheelbarrows to two-story backhoes, fires, and sanitation vehicles. Not to be excluded, Parks and Recreation, who keep the parks, ball fields, and such ready and in prime condition when called for. Stormwater takes care of major and minor flood problems and area maintenance to canal lakes, and related projects. Traffic engineering. Not only do they make the signs for where we go, but also have those portable electric billboards. We are fleet maintenance and all the departments that keep the city looking, running, and feeling good and efficient. Yet some of these departments are neglected. Shouldn't it be one for all for one, equal pay for equal work? Thank you.
Yeah.
A few months ago, when I was moving into my new house, it was broken into, and I had to call the police to make a report. Now, they didn't come out and do a whole CSI thing, You know, they were very respectful and assured me if my autographed Rick Springfield guitar ever showed up, they would let me know. That's very important. Equally important is the woman that works with the water department. It's equally important that I turn on my water. It's there, it's clean, it's safe.
Yeah.
It's equally important that these guys that pick up my trash and wake me up twice a week. Because I don't like the neighborhood. I ate every night at Chataway, fried chicken. I was a latchkey kid. This is my city, this is my neighborhood. And now that I've moved to North Kenwood, I still appreciate this community center and every community center in the city that gives kids structure and gives people in the city resources to do things. If you saw that table out there with the classes and things, still not enough. How do we pay for it? Raises for them, community centers. Stop outsourcing money to other places.
As I look around the room, as I see all of these incredible faces and voices that you've gotten to hear tonight, something else has struck me. We're in a moment of profound change in this city. We're in a moment where we really have an opportunity to just do the right thing. And I'm struck by watching this group grow from 80 people in the first budget session to 120 people or 150 people to the next session, to over 250 people in this room tonight. I'm struck that at least 100 of these people in this room tonight are your own employees that are just asking you to pay them fairly. That's amazing. And I'm struck by the fact that we had to have a state representative come up and state that taxpayers' money aren't going into their own communities. That's astonishing to me. It's amazing. You all know very clearly what the problem is. You all have sat through 3 of these budget hearings. You've done some great work already in addressing our concerns as far as sustainability. Hopefully you will continue to make great measures on recycling, the universal recycling, something that cities around the world have that we can't seem to get in St. Pete. But I'm 100 grand in debt, and I can't find a job.
Yeah.
With a 50 grand a year private education. Imagine what these kids out in South St. Pete who are asking you for just a little bit of time are struggling with. Just a little bit of investment. We have got to be capable of doing better than this.
Is what can we do right now? What can we do right now that is high impact, low cost? What can we do? What can we do? Well, just look around here. I mean, all of us here, we are some of the most passionate, innovative people in all St. Pete. We need to talk to each other. Absolutely. You know, because we can do this. We can make great things happen. And I think what we're going to find when we start talking, I hope after this we'll all go outside and talk to each other. Because we are the government, we are the budget, we are St. Pete, and we are in this together.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bill Motter. I work at Fleet. I'm a 30-year employee. And it's important about people work pay doorsteps now. Because I've been there 30 years, I did have the privilege to go through all the steps process, got my pay increases and so forth. For junior people, I want to see that happen for them. I think it's important, but what really hurts me is how our insurance keeps going up and we're just going down. We're falling behind. We're getting nowhere. It's getting less and less. Like the rock you throw in the water, just watch it go right down. That's where we're going. The next thing I'd like to mention, I heard twice tonight someone mentioned about environmental. City of St. Pete's interested in environmental. I'm just going to mention one thing, and only one. We have a wash rack at Fleet that's been closed for about 5 years. That's very important since you know as fleet maintenance, it's petroleum-based products and so forth. It was shut down and it has not been repaired because the budget was yanked for it. So what I like to say, when you think of environmental stuff, you might want to look in your own backyard. Very important. The last thing is, when this came around a while ago, I saw about the fund changes and everything. There's nothing in here about fleet maintenance. The very department that keeps everybody warm, whether it's weed eaters, lawnmowers, garbage trucks, police, fire, there's nothing in there. Water too, absolutely. Every department depends on us. We're the hub that gets your equipment out for you. Your counseling cars and things like that. Who repairs it? We do. Turn your water off. So, I don't have a car. Well, some of you don't. There are still a lot of people who do. Without us, police and fire and so forth, they wouldn't be going to do their job. And their job is very important to them. Ours is too, because we make it happen. Yeah. Thank you.
The old guy that I trained under when I got hired, he said, "Hope for privatization, man." Somebody will come in, they'll get a couple years contract, they'll do absolutely nothing to maintain the city stuff. They'll hire you because nobody else knows how to do what you do. They'll screw everything up. They'll go, the city will hire you back at a bunch more money, and there'll be all sorts of new stuff to put in because they didn't maintain the old stuff. He said, it's the best deal you're going to do. So, who make this city a beautiful place to visit, a beautiful place to live. And honestly, up till now, no one has I know we got some money, and that's a good thing. I know we didn't for a while. But nobody's gone to the trouble of letting me know why my job doesn't have the value of other jobs. What I do for a living is work a raise for 3 years. Why once we have money now, it's just convenient, and by my opinion a little bit arrogant not to give you that raise. Just because, why would you? What's he doing? So,
thanks for hearing us tonight and listening to some notes. And I just want to reiterate the message of equal work, equal pay is restoring steps. And as far as accountability and service versus you can be profitable. The last thing, just in last thing when the city's trying to privatize things is that the institution that goes in, their motive is for profit. So they're not really trying to get the job done for the city so that the city can operate. They're trying to make as much money as they can. So that's my thought on that. So thanks for listening. All right.
32 years old, single father of 4. I worked for a park department. And some of those very 2%, I feel that was a joke. When the union came and talked to us, I told them that that's what got me to come here. As a member of forestry, I know that our job is equal to fighting the police. Because when a tree goes down at 2 and 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, they don't depend on fire or police. They call us, whether it's rain, whether it's storm. If you ever been inconvenienced by a car getting in your way, you can yell at them and pretty soon they'll move. But that tree ain't gonna go down and get it up. I look to my right at these guys at Fleet. I'm very thankful for them because when I first started forestry, I had to stretch to get up in the morning and get out of bed because of how hard our job is. And I'm thankful that when a piece of equipment go down, we take it to them guys and they get it right out for us. And that make our job a whole lot easier because without what they do, this city wouldn't run.
All right.
I know we are just as important as the police because a blind man can see that there's trees everywhere in this town. When they go down, like I said, they depend on us. If we can get a Katrina here, these you guys in this room is what it's going to take for this city to get sanitation, because they get these new trucks now, and I don't see some of these alleys I go down that stink. They're ridiculous. But then there's some alleys that I go down that are clean. You don't smell anything. I gotta thank those guys for that. Another thing that has nothing to do with this is job security. When I first came back this time, a lot of people I know lost their job because they got hurt off the job. I think there should be some job security in place to where if you guys not 100%, give them something to do. You know, you guys most times sit behind desks or what have you. It's something that they can do in their own department that can keep them with the job. Because disability and all that stuff is not enough to take care of everybody. We all know that. So I hope you guys ain't up here just for a political showing. I hope something gets done.
All right.
That's my future they talk about this stand up for, and I appreciate everybody that came.
All right.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. You know, everybody's been here a really long time. To me, this breaks down to really two core things. It's about equity and it's about leadership. If you look around this room, especially when it was full, that was a microcosm of St. Pete. I said at the last budget summit that we were at a moment in time where we could step forward if you would listen to the people. SEIU is fully in support of Agenda 2010. We're fully in support of PBR because that speaks for the city of St. Pete. It speaks for the citizens and it speaks for the future. Mayor, you mentioned earlier that the bargaining units are currently in negotiation to keep their step raises. I'm the president, you're the mayor. We can TA right now. We can sign right now for people to keep their step. The last thing I want to add is, I brought Eric Bradley with me. Eric, great man. Eric is an international renowned activist and organizer. He heard about the People's Budget Review and called me and said, I want to go see democracy in action. If you care about the future, if you care about moving forward, let's move forward together. Pay the contract disputes, ratify that, let's move on and focus on the important issues of this city. This is a great city. Let's move forward together and not leave anybody behind.
I would first like to thank everyone in the room for coming and making your voices heard, as well as thanking the Mayor and City Council for actively listening, not just hearing, but listening and acting on what you're going to hear today from the people. Right now, our city is in crisis, but you wouldn't know it from listening to the pundits or reading the newspaper.
All right.
If so, you think the most pressing issue in our city has to do with the people. So let me bust that bubble with some disturbing facts.
Kill it.
The proportion of young workers ages 18 to 24 with full-time jobs is down by double digits since 2006. The proportion of young people ages 18 to 24 working at all in Florida has also fallen by double digits since 2006. Median income for 25 to 34-year-olds fell by $3,500 since 2008. Wow. And for young black adults in Florida, the unemployment rate is 23.6%. 23.6%. This is a grim and disastrous picture for young people and the future of our city. And it's not getting any better. From April to May of this year, the unemployment rate for workers aged 18 to 29 jumped from 11.1% to 11.6%. For younger workers aged 16 to 24, the unemployment rate rose a full 2% to 16.3%. This doesn't even count young workers that have given up looking for jobs. We must do something and we can do something. Within the next couple of weeks, the People's Budget Review and the Agenda 2010 Coalition will be announcing a proposal for a youth jobs program that is year-round with real work connected to sustainability efforts in our neighborhoods, which will provide experience and training to become productive contributors to their families and members of their community. We intend to begin a broad community discussion on the #1 issue in our neighborhoods, which is jobs and the economy. We certainly don't have all the answers, and it will take a partnership between residents, the public, and private sectors to solve this problem. It will also take investment from the city, but can anyone in this room think of a better investment? The effort to bring jobs to our city is backed by all groups across the city and is a vital part of the new 2020 plan to reduce poverty in South St. Petersburg by 30% by the year 2020. It will take jobs to get us there. We can do this, we will do this, because when people decide they want, they will find a way to do it, and nothing can stop us. Thank you.
To my councilman, Steve Cornell, thank you for coming into the community and listening to the community as it talks about needs of the community. Some of you may recall that when I was president of the NAACP, I called for Midtown to secede from the city of St. Pete. I did that because we were a donor community. We were seeing our tax dollars leave Midtown and be spent elsewhere. It is my understanding, and I support Agenda 2020, that you will be voting June 20th at City Council about creating a CRA that will reinvest these dollars for the purposes of jobs and development in the city of St. Pete. I'm asking you on behalf of the constituents that I represent, and this is my legislative district that we're standing in, to vote favorably on that and to buy into the vision. The vision created by the city fathers in 1997, 1998, when you created the CRA that included Beach Drive, Albert Whitted Airport, the Vinoy Hotel, parts of Northeast and downtown. Look at it now. And what has happened as a result of the vision that started back in 97, 98. That's right. If we do this now, look at what Midtown might accomplish in 20 years. Stand here urging you to not just come here and listen. And I've been where you are, and you've had hearings, and you don't get a chance to ask questions or say what's on your mind when a good point comes across. But we know that you're sensitive enough to come out here and listen and take what's being thrown at you, digest it, keep that which applies. But remember, look at the room. Look at the people here today. Organization leaders, community leaders, city workers, all saying, let's do the right thing. On June 20th, buy into the vision. Support the plan for community redevelopment so that Midtown will truly be a seamless neighborhood and development with downtown. Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of council. Before I begin, I want to make a few brief comments because I'm really here more to listen to learn. But before I do begin my comments, I want to say thank you to SEIU, to the groups, the individuals, the city staffers, and all the city workers who are here tonight and have been at all the meetings thus far for these People's Budget Review, and kudos on your website. 12 years I've been in public service, and for 12 years I've worked on budgets. And the one thing that's consistent in all 12 years is that a budget defines who you are as a community. It defines what your values are. It defines what your beliefs are. So I want to ask all of you tonight, when you leave here and you go to work on this budget, remember the comments that you've heard, not only tonight but at the other meetings. Take them to heart, because the work that you do, and it's important work, will define who we are moving forward as a community, what we stand for, and what's important to us as a city of St. Petersburg. Thank you.
I also, on behalf of the People's Budget Review, want to thank the mayor for his support and the council for its unanimous vote to create a sustainability council in St. Petersburg. The surveys, conversations, and vision of the people around the city and the hundreds who have come before you have called for a new paradigm in a city that we all love. People get the interconnection between jobs and social equity, between a clean environment and energy efficiency, and budget efficiency. We know that growing a sustainable community means growing successful, healthy people. The People's Budget Review is excited to announce the first meeting of the Sustainability Council right here at Enoch Davis Center on Wednesday, July 24th at 6 p.m. Those interested in participating, and I hope many, if not all of you will, in the development of the council that will create an ethic for the city and its citizens based on the interconnection of equity, environment, economy, and efficiency.
We need to talk about livable wages that are according to the cost of living. See, we can create jobs all day, but if you bring in businesses like Walmart, McDonald's, Costco, Sam's, you create low-income jobs that help keeps its employees poor and dependent on government assistance. That's not the type of job. That's not the type of job creation I want in St. Petersburg. The type of jobs that I want created in St. Petersburg are the type that we can provide training skills that are relevant to jobs that would actually, create livable wages for people. Let me give you just an example of what that means. I make $12.50 an hour. I work for a private company. I get benefits. I'm a single mom with 2 kids. I live paycheck to paycheck. Now, think about the person that works at Walmart that gets paid maybe $8 an hour, works 40 hours a week, and is in the same situation as I am. That is not a way to live.
Talk about is the effect of racism on our budget and our economy. And when I'm talking about racism, I'm not talking about personal racism or what I call the garden variety type, where someone says some bad comment about somebody or blames all the problems irrationally on a black president. What I'm talking about is institutional racism, and that's what's holding down the whole crowd. Institutional racism is when our collection of policies and laws, that whether it's purposeful or by accident, are creating a disadvantage for one or multiple races. So it's not necessarily purposeful, but if the end effect is still hurting one group of people, that's institutional racism, that's racism, and it hurts a lot of people here in St. Pete. To start off with this, let's start with the school resource officers. And by the way, thank you very much for taking some time to talk to me about that, Chief and Mayor. But I don't think y'all get the depth of the problem. We have some good ones, but we have a few too many that are just arresting kids for TikTok. It's something you, me, everyone in this room have done. We've all talked back to a teacher. We've all gotten a scuffle in the hallway, but we never got arrested for it. We got detention. We didn't get thrown in jail. Everything I read about having police officers in the hallways says that that's just a gateway to the criminal justice system. Yeah.
I'm probably going to start out harsh. I want to promise that I'm going to end on a positive note, if at all possible. I was really shocked when I heard privatizing. Let me translate. That basically means that some private individual or consortium is going to line their pockets at our expense. No. No, I'm not interested in that. And I don't know what your job description is, but in my estimation, your job description is to educate your constituency and to manage. And the fact of the matter is, you may not know who I am, but here's what's really sad. I don't know who you are. I don't know. One guy shows up late, one guy leaves early. 80% of the time, you guys aren't even looking people in the eye.
All right, now tell them about it.
You've not had cost of living decrease, or your pay hasn't been frozen. If you get into office and you are not arcing us forward, you don't belong. I really don't care if you tax me. I care how you spend it. Tax me. We need services in this city, not cut, but growing.
We're here, we're ready. I think we just need the resources and need to know our city, regardless of how rich, poor, white, black, Latino, Asian, like you're behind us too, so please do that.